Peace, love, Goldn.Light. Today is Thursday, and on Thursdays, I share my journal response to the journal prompt for the Write It Down series. So this week, the focus has been about being authentic or authenticity. So this is my take on it. You know what you gotta do now. Grab a pen, we about to write it down. You know what you gotta do now. Grab a pen, write it down. So when I was meditating on this question, because the journal prompt pretty much asks, what does it mean to be authentic and how are you being true to yourself, right? And I remember one night I was just laying down and I was just repeating the question to myself. And what came to me was authenticity is not about proving who you are. It's about being who you are, right? So when I find myself being present, when I find myself honoring my needs and my emotions and my feelings and being in alignment with the Most High, that's when I feel like I'm being the most authentic, right? When I'm being myself. It's only when I find myself trying to do or say certain things because I want something to be known, I need people to see something, is where I feel like I'm not being authentic, because the motive or the intention behind something is taken away from me just being myself, right? And it doesn't mean I'm necessarily pretending not to be myself. It's more so, like I said, about the intention. So for example, especially, how we present ourselves online, how we show up online, the things that we share, there's no way that we're going to be able to know everything about a person from what they share, especially like if you're not somebody that's vlogging. Even if you are, like, you can only show so much at a time, right? Even when we're in person with people, the more we're around them and the more we build, the more that we get to know about them, learn about them, see different things about them. And then people are always changing, right? So I know a lot of things that I share online just may look one certain way. Like I talk a lot about being light. I talk a lot about being true to yourself. I talk a lot of things, and y'all don't really see me like crying online. Y'all don't really see me upset that much and things like that. And it doesn't mean that I'm not being authentic. One, if I find myself just forcing myself to share those things because I need to prove that to people, then I'm really not being authentic to myself, right? So it's not about proving myself to people or having to yell at people to say, this is how I am and this is what I do. Y'all not gonna know everything that I do, right? And I used to feel like I have to show this side of myself so that people don't box me. But look, y'all gonna box me regardless, right? And that's not my concern. So that's why for me, being authentic is about me being present, is about me honoring what I feel. Because if I get up one day and I feel led to do something and it's coming from pure intentions and it's coming from what I truly feel led to do, without trying to prove something, without trying to make a statement, without trying to, accommodate somebody or anything like that, that's when I feel like I'm being authentic, right? It's not about me hiding my emotions. It's not about me being fearful to share myself and things like that. And I'm not trying to keep up with an image for nobody, right? So especially, being authentic, I guess, online, because everything that I do and everything that I share is literally me, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people get it twisted and try to think that, oh, you're like this, but I know this part of you. And like, come on, like you want me to cry one day and then grab my phone and record it or post it just to prove to people that I cry? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen and really be able to see me, then there's different aspects of myself of that. So I'm not in the business or ministry to prove myself to people or like beg people to see me in a certain light. I really don't care, right? The thing that has been truly my focus and has allowed me to step fully in who I am is being true to myself, being true to how I feel, being true to how I think, being true to what I want to say, right? And let it be for me. I used to, and sometimes I fall into the habit, but I've been so proud of myself being able to identify and not fall into the traps of it, where I find myself trying to defend myself to people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you can peep what I do and you see that reflection, you see me. But if you can't peep game on that, then you also show me where you at, like, mentally, and what you're able to see with me. You know what I'm saying? So for real, like, being authentic, being myself, being true to myself is honoring everything that I feel, because I don't always feel the same every day. And it's very easy, like I said, with a social media platform, for people to box you and kind of put you in a certain frame and expect you to be that same way. And if you do something different, then, oh, you're not being real. Why didn't you show people this? That's what it is. Be real. And it goes back to your intentions, right? So I'm not going to get up here and do something. So whether it's online or in person, I'm not going to do something because it's led behind me proving something to somebody, or wanting to make a stance for someone to like me, or someone to notice me, or somebody to find some agreement. So whatever I feel like I'm doing in that moment, and I'm honoring that, and I'm good, like me and the Most High is good, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that other stuff, I don't care. I'm done with defending myself to people. I'm done with trying to prove myself to people. I'm literally just going to be. And however anybody want to take it, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So people that know me in real life, you know what I'm saying, that have been around me physically outside of like video and things like that, y'all know more aspects of myself than other people. And then there's people that have not met me, and, you know, we be up in the DMs, and you know how things are. You know what I'm saying? So as things progress, people evolve, and you get to know more about a person. So at the end of the day, being authentic to me comes back to my intentions. It comes back to the motive for anything that I do. Whether it's how I dress, how I speak, what I say, you know what I'm saying, how I do my hair, what I want to eat. Like, every aspect of our life is where I'm looking like, am I being authentic? Am I following somebody? Am I doing this to do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So always checking my intentions behind something really drives behind me being authentic. And me already being a reflective person, I'm always thinking about that shit. So I will be doing something, I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm like, nah, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can get caught up in it. But being able to check yourself is really important. What else was I reflecting about? A part of being authentic is not being afraid to make mistakes, right? I used to be in a habit of only trying to show the good sides, you know, always trying to show the sides that was real polished and things like that. But it's also not realistic. So I'm also not going to just show you shit that's fucked up just so I can prove that I'm showing you the bad side. You know what I'm saying? So it really always comes down to intention. It really always comes down to intention. Right? Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Why am I saying the things that I'm doing? Saying. Sometimes stuff comes to me and I'll be excited. And I have to sit like, is this something to share? I feel led to share. Like, you know, I check with myself in those regards as well. And I know that's what I'm talking about is heavy about how I'm presenting myself online and things like that. But even me being authentic day to day, it still connects with that. Being authentic and me remaining to be authentic is going back to intention, and I can't stress that enough. What else? Let me see if this is still recording. Okay. You know, it's sometimes like, I think, this is one thing I wanted to say too. What has helped me to be more authentic has been my level of confidence. There were so many different parts of myself that I was insecure about, that I was hard on myself for, and it didn't allow me to be authentic because I was afraid for people to see that side. So that's another thing, like, the more confident I am, the more authentic I can be, because it's about tapping into my power of being myself, you know what I'm saying, and showing up as myself and speaking up for myself and taking up space in any capacity that I can that feels true to me, right? There was things that I'm just like, well, nah, like, I'm real shy, I'm real insecure, I don't want to, you know, show that. And for me not to show it is not saying, hey, I'm trying to be fake, I don't want to, you know, but I had to feel secure in something, right? I had to feel secure. And even in person, it's like, I don't meet somebody and just tell them everything about myself, you know what I'm saying? One, I don't trust people like that. Two, I have to have some type of relationship with you to be open and then build transparency and things like that. So I'm not less authentic because I don't tell everybody every detail of my life. I used to feel like, oh man, like, should I say this just because I'm being asked? Like, no, I had to have boundaries. If I don't really rock with you like that, I don't really trust you, then you're not going to know personal details of my life. That's just me. And I have a choice to choose that. You know what I'm saying? So, again, honoring my feelings, honoring how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Me being present, all those things still comes down to me being true to myself. I'm not going to do and say certain things because it's supposed to please people or it's supposed to hold up some type of standard that society has or anybody has for me. You know what I'm saying? So, being present, being aligned with the Most High, having that relationship with the Most High, having gratitude, having confidence, having self-esteem, all those type of things helps me to be true to myself. My personality is not like everybody else, and I gotta be myself. So I'm not gonna just be something because it's supposed to appease people or it's supposed to make a standard for anything. I'm not. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about it. You know, being authentic, being true to myself. This was some of my reflection on the topic for the Write It Down series. Feel free to share your thoughts in a comment or send me a message if you don't want to say it openly or you want to say it more private. Or y'all can send me messages. I don't mind, or send me an email. So yeah, Sunday we got a whole new prompt. So we'll keep the Write It Down series going. And just a little plug for myself, to plug myself in. April 7th is the date for pre-orders that will open for my new self-care cards, which is the Honor Deck. So be on the lookout about that. If you have not joined my newsletter, I will be sending some exclusive information through email. So sign up for that. But yeah, that's all I got. So peace, love. I don't even end it like that, but I did right now, so we gonna keep it, right? You know what you gotta do now. Grab a pen, we about to write it down. You know what you gotta do now. Grab a pen, write it down.